Ko Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. This will be titled, They're Everywhere. Okay? They're everywhere. The Bible is full of prophecy to the very end of this, to the very end of the book. It is not an ancient book. It is a book of the current time that we live in. It does teach us our past history of Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. It gives us a present time of what we're living in, and it tells us exactly where we're headed. So this was prophesied to this very day, the condition of spiritual Babylon right now, and the chaos that is coming, that is already here, and it's definitely coming. That will be ramped up in spiritual Babylon, also across the whole earth, but starting here in spiritual Babylon, where majority of the judgment must come. Okay, it is written in these scriptures. All right, so this is they're everywhere, and they're being the sleeper cells, the trained, you want to call them assassins, that the government has set against its own people, have allowed to come in. You know, they both parties point fingers, but this has actually taken place under every administration, and it's going to continue to go. You know, whether you believe that Trump is going to be the Lord that comes in here and dusts off the steps of the United States and restores, make it great again. Great for who? We always say, okay, great for who? But regardless of that, none of that is the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Even if Trump gets into office, the plan of spiritual Babylon being destroyed, with the brothers and apostles and elders like to say, DTA, Death to America, is still on this on schedule. That's still the schedule of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, so this is, once again, they're everywhere. All right, and I got two different examples, one from California and one from Chicago. So with furthermore, let's get these scriptures. This is the book of Jeremiah. This is meant to be a quick hit too, early morning quick hit. I pray that it's edifying to the body. Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, behold, I will rise up against Babylon. That is spiritual Babylon, right over here in the United States of America. Okay, the headquarters. All right, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me. How do they rise up against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah? Look around. Look what's promoted. Look what's demoted. Look what's tolerated. Look what's hated. The truth is hated. The wickedness is tolerated. Not only tolerated, it's backed. Wickedness is backed. Okay. It's definitely over here in spiritual Babylon. All right. A destroying wind. Okay, now let's try to get that in another Bible comparisons. NLT. This is what the Lord says. Okay, this is the NLT. This is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah says. I will stir up a destroyer against Babylon and the people of Babylonia. Okay, and that's, once again, that's spiritual. That's United States of America, you melting pot, where you came over, and Babel stands for confusion, and this is definitely the home of confusion. Okay, it's pretty much going into the same thing. All right, so here we go. And this is Jeremiah 51:2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, okay, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, and what's that trouble that's coming here? Jacob's trouble for you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics in the whole world. But it was given that name because it starts at the house of Israel, at the house of Yasharallah. Okay, he's promised this judgment. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her around about. Okay, California, one One, they call it the Midwest, but it's basically east. The east of spiritual Babylon, and California is definitely the west border of spiritual Babylon. Okay. And it's more than that to come. I mean, this is just two examples, like I said. Once again, let's get the comparison. Foreigners, this is NLT. Okay, Jeremiah 51:2. Foreigners will come and window her, blowing her away as shaft. They will come from every side to rise up against her in her day of trouble. That's right. This is the NIV. I will send foreigners. That's exactly what he's doing. Now, I'm hearing this Venezuela. You know, Venezuela is part of the 10 tribes. Okay, that's a northern tribe. All right. So once again, this is going to turn out to be our people going against our people. The 2/3 of our people helping eliminate each other. Okay, along with the heathen. Okay, and you know Esau's sword's coming. See, this is really order out of chaos. This is here to set it up. They're gonna use us to harm each other. Northern, southern, northern versus northern. You get it, because a lot of you northern tribers that are here feel entitled already. You feel entitled. No, now I'm here. Shut the door. Don't nobody else like me need to come in. So it's gonna be a mess between Yasharala, you 2/3 that don't have love and respect for each other, or the love and respect for Yahweh Basim Yahushua to see what's going on. You know, this trying to protect your whatever you believe that belongs to you here in spiritual Babylon. You're gonna fight for it to the death for it. Okay, now these other foreigners are coming too. Moab, Ham, you better believe, and they're not coming with their families. They're coming as soldiers. Once again, sleeper cells. Okay, undetected agents until they get that snap of the finger, or that whistle blow, whatever it is when they get that sign, that signal is going to pop off. Okay, so once again, this is the NIV. I will send foreigners to Babylon to window her and to divest the Salakia. Devastate her land. They will oppose her on every side in the day of her destruction. Okay, Salakia for that. Devastate. Okay, devastate. Come on now, Salakia. So I will send foreigners to Babylon to window her and to devastate her land. And that's exactly what they sent here to do. Okay, don't get it twisted. They will oppose her on every side in the day of her destruction. So let's get it. Okay. Fair use copyright. I'm not selling any project. This is strictly educational purpose. Okay.
Person with a gun, 6124 South King Drive. Caller says 32 Venezuelans are trespassing the building, showing guns in the courtyard, and they have motorcycles.
Wait a second, that was a 911 call in Chicago? Allegedly, Venezuelan gangs are taking over that city too?
To all Venezuelans in Chicago, this is the warning. If you ain't on no bullshit, stay neutral. Because once word get out that that's the building that they in, they gonna chop that bitch down. Whatever building, the abandoned building y'all occupying and all that shit, yeah, you better get your food and just stay in the house, because they come out doing some bullshit. Y'all gonna regret that. You're gonna really regret that. But this ain't Colorado. This ain't none of them places. This is just like where you from. The only difference is y'all use a lot of handgun, old revolvers, and machetes and shit. We got switches. If you not familiar with what a switch is, we will show you.
Unit 3 and Citywide.
Okay. I've been seeing in the scriptures where Yahweh Basim Yahushua said, and only your switch will be able to save you in that day. All right. So on that note, let me grab this. Jeremiah, because he seems awful confident that those Chicago gangs is going to be able to handle those Venezuelans because they outgunned them. That's what he said. You know, he said, y'all carry machetes and pistols. We carry switches, and we'll introduce you to them. Well, this is what Yahweh Basim Yahushua has to say about his cocky mentality. Jeremiah 30, starting at verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Have you ever seen a pregnant man? I know we got all these strange alphabet letter man characters trying to play out their fantasies, but in reality, when a boy is born from a woman, and like we're supposed to be and okay, man born to woman, woman born to woman. Okay, the man has the seed, plants the seed in the woman. A male child comes out. Okay, a male. Have you ever seen them pregnant? No, and you never will. Okay. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? What's that? Around his groin area. Okay, stomach, holding that lower gut, as a woman in travail. Like, you know, that woman done broke her water and the baby's on the way and those birth pains are increasing and increasing. Okay. And all faces turn into paleness. Okay. Let's see what that has to say. Okay. NLT. Now let me ask you a question. Do men give birth to babies? And we already discussed that. Then why do they stand there ashen-faced, hands pressed against their sides like a woman in labor? Okay, and remember, that paleness goes into terror. We've seen it in examples, mainly in cartoons. When you see a person just seize up, you see the cartoon character seize up, the ghost jumps out of them, and they can't move. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. And we've actually had to experience things like that in our dreams, where we move slow, we lock up, tense up out of fear. Okay? Lies. Okay, Salakia. Okay, yeah, lies. For the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is he? The election. Okay, those who are taking heed and paying attention. All right, because Jacob's trouble, once again, those Venezuelans are part of Jacob. They're the northern tribe. Judah's definitely part of Jacob, southern tribe. So you see, it's going to be chaos amongst chaos against our own people. And then once again, who's coming to try to clean up everything and establish their order? Edom, Esau with the sword, with the real sword, with the big swords, okay? Drones and everything. It won't just be you guys hacking and shooting at each other. It's going to be those little joints shooting lasers at you ahead, military snipers coming at you. All kind of chaos is coming. They coming down the streets, man. They're using you guys to set off the problem so then they can come sweep up behind. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is coming to clean up all of this mess. Okay? So, that was just one example.
Dollars from your... Can you please collect?
Was the Culver City Police Department of California that said this after an illegal came in.
We'll grab his information and see what we can do, but there's, you know, like I said,
Can you please collect the information? He said that he's already illegal. He already said that he went to...
Okay, hold on, let's back up a little bit. First off, we're a sanctuary city. Even if he's legal here, we cannot call ICE and report him.
But you still have to report that, right?
No, we don't, because it's a sanctuary city. We do not report illegal, undocumented.
So you're gonna let a person who went to prison, he committed a crime in America, who's illegal right now, you're gonna let him go free right now to this elevator?
That's exactly what I'm saying, because we're a sanctuary city. I've arrested a double homicide suspect in this city before and let him walk out the door because we're a sanctuary city. We're not gonna call ICE to come pick him up and deport him.
He came to pick up $320,000 from your team.
Now, if you thought 911 was gonna be playing with you, how worse? What's worse? 911 not showing up when you call, leaving you to have to figure it out, or them showing up to tell you you're on your own, but he has the right to do whatever the fuck he wants to you because he's illegal, but you're legal, so you follow the Constitution and the laws, statutes of the Constitution while we allow this jackass to do what the fuck he wants to because he's a plant. Okay, let's get it. That takes me straight here to the book of 2nd Esdras. What do you know? 2nd Esdras 15, starting at 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, very nigh. Okay, though it tarry, wait for it, because it's here now. It's not tarrying. And the one people shall stand up and fight against another people with swords in their hands, literally swords. If you're talking about these Venezuelans, whoo-wee, for there shall be sedition amongst men, okay? And you know, that's the word sedition is very heavy. It's all out chaos, all right? Terror and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the causes of their actions shall stand in their power. Gangs, okay? Gangs, that like these, you got gangs trying to take over prisons, not alone street gangs, mercenaries, and then you got your what are them? Your militias. This been plotting and planning and think that they're as strong as the government themselves. You know, we gonna have a lot to deal with, man. All right, and there's a solution to this. Okay, I'm gonna read this 16 again. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Okay, which is your modern day elected, so-called elected, selected politicians. And you think they're gonna regard Kamala Harris or any of these stupid ass senators or politicians when the lights get to shut off, the food is unpurchasable? No, it's gonna get heinous out here. And even if Trump is in the office, he's not a savior. Okay, all right. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. Now, is this Venezuela taking over the fucking Chicago, not a cause for martial law in Chicago? Come on now, is that not a major move? That's going to bring forth curfews and all type of stuff. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Their houses shall be destroyed, and a man shall be afraid. Okay, very afraid. Thus says Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He ain't saying nothing about, well, y'all got machetes, we got switches, we gonna be all right. No, you're not. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. And hey, you northern and southern tribes are neighbors. You are neighbors. But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because the lack of bread and for the great tribulation. Okay. All right. So the point is being made. This time is here. This time of chaos. And once again, what is Edom's, the wicked's plan to do? Cause chaos so they can bring forth that order, the new world order, which Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will destroy and shut down. Okay? I pray that this has been edifying. Once again, this has been There Everywhere. Be prepared. This is the book of Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a strong tower. The righteous run into it, not to the switch, not to the government, not to spiritual Babylon for help. Okay? And it's safe. I'm going to read that again. The name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a strong tower, our protection, okay? Our refuge. The righteous run into it, and it's safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, okay? And that goes right into woe to them that believe in the Babylon, spiritual Babylon, because that's what it is. Their military might, they're supposedly their wealth, even though we're in debt, laden with thick clay. Okay, that's us. All right. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. Okay, his illusion. Okay, and as an high wall in his own consent. Okay. Before destruction, the heart, the mind of a man is haughty. Y'all got machetes, we got switches. We'll introduce you, okay? Before honor is humility. What's humility? Starting with the apostles, the elders that teach us to be humble, to teach us that this is not our battle to pick up arms and go fight and threaten everybody and what we gonna do. No, we gonna chant this place down. DTA, DTSB, that's Death to America, Death to Spiritual Babylon. We're going to send up prayers for each other, starting with the apostles, the elders, and the Akim for protection. And we're going to call on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is our safe tower, okay? And pray that we be of the election, okay? And with that, I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.